Okay, here we go. And welcome to Happy Pockets. This is my third video, and this is going to be a back to bank. I really went back and forth about when I was going to do back to banks, and I did feel like it would be really fun to do it quarterly and build up larger amounts of money and then put it in the bank. I thought that would be really satisfying. But I was looking at my Ally bank account statement, which is where I have the majority of my savings, is an Ally bank. It's an online bank. And I chose that bank because their savings account has a 3.7% interest rate. And I was looking at the interest I've been accruing every month. And I decided it would be better to have this money in the bank making money than it would be to just have it in these binders. So I'm going to I'm going to take out some money and get it back in the bank before mid-month, because that's when my bank gives me my interest. And I might as well have a higher number in there and make a little bit of money. Uh, you may notice that all of my placeholders do not match. This is a custom one, custom amount. It's because I've been trying to figure out what I want them to look like. And so I've just made a whole bunch of different kinds of them. And none of them match. But that's okay. I don't need them to match. Look at this. You can see I don't have the greatest printer, and when it prints out in vellum, it sort of runs. I may need to get a better printer, but that's neither here nor there uh, for today. Today, I'm just going to see how much money I can pull out to put back in the bank and make some interest. So here we go. All right, we're going to start with my sinking funds. I am discovering that I'm going to need more binders, I think, because I really would like to break up the things that I'm saving for instead of having generic larger categories. I think I'm going to have a travel binder because there are a couple trips within the next, everything from 6 months to 5 years from now, that I want to start saving for, and just some future stuff. So I think I'm going to have some more binders in the future. But we're going to start with sinking funds, my needs, wants in the future, and we'll start with the rainy day fund. So let's see how much cash I have in here right now. I already have 200 in the bank, and then in here I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110. So I'm going to take 100 and put that in my back to bank pile and find 100 in here, $100 placeholder. So then I will have $310 in rainy day. Put 100 going to the bank. All right, 5K. My 5K savings, let's see what's in here. 150. I have a $500 placeholder in there. Yeah, I can do, let's see, there's 100 and a 50. So I'll put 150 in back to bank. Put $150 worth of placeholders in here. And I may run out of the denominations I need in placeholders and have to just come up with something until I can make more, but that's okay. Bookstore, I don't think has very much, just $20 in there. I'm going to leave that. Hair, this is an expense that's coming up, and this is going to get spent soon, but not before my interest accrues. So I'm going to put this back in. So definitely 100, 150, 200. How much is in here? 240, 260, 270, 280. 280. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I'm going to take this $200 one. Bear with me for a moment. Do I not have any markers down here? What am I doing? Ay, ay, ay. Let me look. I don't have any wet erase markers down here. I was unprepared. All right, I'm going to stop the video for a second. I will be right back. All right, I'm back with a wet erase marker that I should have already had down here. I'm woefully unprepared. All right, let me just double count. There's 100, 200, wait a minute. 200, 220, 240, 260, 270, 280. So I'm going to just put 200 plus 80. And that will be good enough for right now. So another 280 going back to the bank. Drop that off real quick. Okay. Botox filler. Let's see how much I have in here. How much cash do I have? 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. It's kind of an odd amount of money. I'll just do 50. I'll put 50 of it in the bank. $20, $40, $50. I do like to have some cash. I don't want to put, absolutely everything back in. I like to have some cash, but I don't like to have too much. It makes me nervous. How much is in nails? 20, 40, 50, 60, 5, 70, 75. Let's do 20, 50, 60. Let's just do 50. Let's do 50 back to bank. So I'll put this in here. Oh my gosh, do you know what I haven't been doing? I haven't been writing down. Oh my gosh, I have not been writing down what categories. Let me see here. So I'm going to put 50 in for this. I need this so that I can put it in the right buckets in my bank account so that I know where to pull the money from and what I have left over. Okay, so let me go back through this real quick. Botox filler. What did I just put in Botox filler? 50? We'll see if this adds up at the end if I was right. Hair was 280. Bookstore, I didn't put anything in. 5K savings. I put 150. In rainy day. What did I put in rainy day? 100? 100 in rainy day. Let's put rainy. Okay. All right, now I can put this in my back to bank. Okay. Whew. Thank God I didn't get through all of it and then go, oh no. All right. Mom Sam Day. What do I have in here? I have $70 in here. I'll leave that in there. That's fine. Spa. 20, 40, 50, 60. This is going to be for getting my nails done. And it would be nice if this was in the bank, because then I can just use it out of the bank once I need it. How much was this? 20, 40, 50. Is that right? I feel like I'm really struggling with the counting. 20, 40, 50, 65. All right. So that is going to be 65. I'm going to put $65 back in. And then I need something. I need like a little piece of something. Here is a tiny scrap of vellum. And then I'll put a placeholder in there. I'm sort of saving this. I have this one that I can write a custom amount on, and I might do more of these in the future just because it's nice to have. But I think I may have some wonky amounts in my other binder. So I'm just going to put that in there for right now. And then ones, I'm not counting ones. So, okay, that's everything for the high priority. Now we're going to go into occasions. Okay, Christmas. What do I have in Christmas? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. All right, I'm going to put this 5 back in. And I'll put 100 in Christmas. Yeah, I definitely do not have enough placeholders. I just sometimes don't have the patience to make them. Christmas is going to have 100 back to bank. Let's see here. Valentine's Day, Easter. I'm gonna leave Easter. I don't need to take money out of that. Mother's Day, that can stay in there. Father's Day, that can stay in there. Nate's birthday, how much is in here? Let's see what we have left. My brother's birthday. 10th anniversary trip. This I definitely want to put 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. I'm going to do this $90 back. 10th, I'm just going to put Annie. $90. Okay. And I think that's all I'm going to do. A lot of these have smaller amounts that I would like to build up. And like I said, I do like to have some cash on hand in case there's, a crazy situation where I need it. And I feel like we got a pretty good amount. So let me go through here. Let's add this up. I'm going to add this up and then I'm going to count the money and see if it matches. And then I'll know if I really did something. There we go. I just got this calculator, this one, and I hate it. I hate this calculator. I don't like the buttons. I'm going to have to get a different one because I just don't like it. Did I put a placeholder in? Did I put a placeholder in here? In 10th anniversary? I didn't. Do you see what's happening? It's because I'm trying to hurry and do this before I have to pick up my son from school. I want to be able to go to the bank so that I'm not walking around with all this cash before I pick him up from school. So I'm trying to make haste and I'm rushing. Whew. All right, almost forgot that. So let's see what we've got here. 50 plus 50 plus 280 plus 150 plus 100 plus 65 plus 100 plus 90 equals $885. All right. So let's see if I actually have $885. And let me organize this real quick. I know it drives people insane when the bills aren't going in the same direction and my money is all unorganized. I know I'm going to go like that. Doesn't really bother me, but I know it's nails on the chalkboard for some folks, so I'll do it. Let's see here. 5. Got a lot of 5s. More 5s than I thought I would have for some reason. 50s. 100s down here. I think I only have one $100 bill. All right. I'm going to write this down again because apparently I have the memory of a goldfish. I think it's also because I'm doing it on camera, which I don't necessarily feel nervous, but I do feel like it like boggles my brain for some reason. So I've got 100, and then 51, 52, 50, 250. All right, let's see here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 440. 440. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. All right, let's see what we've got here. I'm going to add this amount up again. 100 plus 250 plus 440 plus 50 plus 45 equals 885. I was correct. I did it the right way. It was indeed $885. So I am going to put this back into the bank so I can make a little bit more money in interest this month, and then watch that number drop as I have to spend a bunch of it this next week in preparation for our spring break trip. But that's okay. That's why I'm saving it, right? So that I can spend it. And at least in the interim, I can make a couple bucks in interest. So I'm going to take this back to the bank. I'm going to pick up my son, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope you have better weather than what we have right now. We had a little glimpse of spring, and now it is gloomy and cold, and it's just a dreary day. So I hope that wherever you're watching from, you have some sunshine in your life. And if you don't, I hope you find some metaphorical sunshine. All right, have a good one, and I will see you next time. Bye.